from the plains of Oklahoma. And with tip.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. So the New York starting five. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Noel is out there with Randall, and it's Payton in at the point guard position. And for the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Maladon. Then there's Horford, and it's Baisley in at the 4 spot. From deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
That's good from Randall on the assist by Payton. What happens to team chemistry, Brent, at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent, a lot of time together already at this point.
Well, this is where veteran leadership and guys who have been through deep runs or their understanding of what it takes to have a team go through deep runs can really pay off, Kevin. Making guys accountable to the things that you've talked about all year long in the next couple weeks, that's critical.
Now, here's Barrett. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Payton gets the bucket.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Bullock. To the paint. Tries it from 9. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City gets it back. That shot misses. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Noel.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of You combine a lot of things with Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got speed and length and growing in terms of his basketball IQ.
Noel off on the layup. And so Horford will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Torch gets it to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Bullock. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. New York moving it around. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. Banked in off the glass. Dortch got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Barrett. Noel tipped back in for 2. Noel's got 6 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Rose. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Shoots the three. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Al Horford still brings such a great, consistent effort every night there with the second chance opportunity.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Now here's Williams. Down low. Toppin with the steal. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what...
I hate losing, but...
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Diallo. Also Williams out there. Jackson is out there with Mike Muscala. And it's Roby in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Mavericks.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Quickly, that one's not going to go. Williams with the defensive effort. The Thunder leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Roby. Jackson finds Williams. Back to Jackson. And here is Williams. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. Rebounded by Knox. Knicks trail by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Toppin throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Williams against Rose. Williams passes to Roby. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Well, Knox getting these kind of baskets really going to help the entire offense to get going.
And there's the pass to Diallo. Outside Jackson. Back to Diallo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Back to Knox. Passes it to Rivers. Now here's Burks. It's Barrett on the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And the Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Elfrid Payton comes in for Alec Burks. They get it back. Noel, he nails it, and we're tied up. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And remember, in the early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now. These are the type of games for Gilgeous-Alexander where the promise of his future looks incredibly bright.
Payton looking around. It's intercepted. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's RJ coming in and locked in to get the block.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Knicks. New York trailing. It's Noel, high post. And the Knicks miss again. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there. Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Dort passes to Baisley. He's off on that one. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to Dave. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the man in the first. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here is Payton. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. Bullock kicks to Payton. Back to Bullock for the lead. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Baisley. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Knocked away and stolen by Payton. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Randall left side. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And Noel kicks to Bullock. And Theo Maledon picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Roby's checked in. And it's Williams in for Maledon. And then for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Payton. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Goes up again. And it's good on the way in. Roby's got 6.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And it's Rose missing. Oklahoma City trailing. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And that one is hammered home.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Here's Randall, and it's sent back by Horford. Randall against Gilgeous-Alexander. Keeps it alive, and Williams is right there. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Basket counts.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
Pass to Horford. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Rose passes to Burks. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Burks. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Jackson passes to Williams. There's the triple. No good on that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. Out to the wing. New York moving the ball around. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Burks. The putback. The 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. Oklahoma City's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Jackson kicks to Diallo. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a change here. Baisley's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Julius Randle's checked in for Knox. Here's Diallo. Up and in on the layup. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Rivers passes to Burks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Worth. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Maladon. And it's Mike Muscala, and it's Baisley in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Rivers. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Burks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Burks. And here's Bullock from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Payton dishes to Barrett. And Noel kicks to Bullock. Payton outside. Randle right side. And that one, good.
So creative on offense. Randle getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Randle. Here's Barrett. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists in the game.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Randle, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
At the elbow, Randle.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
How about Randle? Dependable big in a big moment.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Bullock. And Payton gets it to go on the assist from Randle. Randle's got 3 assists tonight.
Big time shot from Elfrid Payton.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barrett the pass to Noel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Horford.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Rose, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Dort. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Randle. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Randle's got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And foul on the... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Rose passes to Noel, kicks to Bullock, a three ball. They get it back.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Rose dishes to Bullock. From deep. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Knicks with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David... Chicago to start out. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've got Horford. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Maledon. And it's Dort in at the 3. Temple finds Carter. Now here's White. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Yep, that one goes.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by Levine.
Now here's Maledon. White covering. Here's Horford. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Carter. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Dallas. Williams gets the bucket.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Here's Maledon. The pass to Baisley over Levine. The shot by Baisley, no good. Lobs it up there for White. Williams dishes to White. Knocked loose.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Williams finds Carter. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And it's good, 2 points. Williams has got his second basket.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. We're about halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Daniel Gafford comes in for Carter. And it's Young in for Garrett Temple. Outside Williams. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Roby. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
1:21 left here in the opening quarter.
And people talk a lot about Diallo's athleticism, but this guy also plays with a high motor.
You're right, Greg. He's always in attack mode. He runs the floor, willing to crash the boards. And defensively, this guy shows great lateral quickness, great tenacity, footwork. I get that he's raw, but the upside is absolutely there.
And Levine, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Levine's got 6. Oklahoma City trailer. Diallo inside. Guarded by Levine. Shot good by Diallo.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
That one goes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Double team on Williams. Pass to Muscala. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Roby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. So he gets them both. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Levine, the bounce pass. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he makes both free throws.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Satoransky against Williams. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls lead by 2. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Williams. Muscala is out there with Jackson, and it's Roby in at the power forward.
Well, you love the hustle that Thaddeus Young gives this team. So terrifically mobile for a guy his size.
Diallo inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Roby's got 6 points.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Young. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 4. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Diallo. A beautiful reverse layup. Diallo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Over to the wing. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Now here's Diallo. Tight defense on him. Clock at 4. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Diallo's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Young outside. Jackson against Satoransky. Young from deep three-point range. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Now here's Diallo. Satoransky covering.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Thaddeus Young. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's averaging 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Temple comes in for Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Valentine. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. Count the basket. Beasley's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
With repetition, you can see the court awareness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander developing. This guy is going to be a problem as a passer. He sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And he dunks it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. He gets it in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great concentration through the contact. Gilgeous-Alexander, excellent focus.
Count it, good.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
That shot off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
They'll credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closely.
Well, with his vertical, Levine sends it back. That is nice.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Bulls leading by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Carter, the pass to Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Temple the pass to Williams. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls. From deep 3-point range. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 9.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. What'd you think, Shaq, about... And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Wendell Carter is out there with Williams, and it's Temple in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Levine wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The tray. A 3-pointer is right on target. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first basket of the second half here for the Thunder. Carter on the wing, guarded by Horford. Here's White. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From deep. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Temple finds Levine. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15.
This guy's showing off his entire offensive package right now. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in full effect.
Poke loose. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Horford.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
The first free throw is good. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Dort, defended by Carter. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And it's White missing. Thunder trailing by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The 9-foot shot. Nice touch on the bank shot. He's got 17.
This guy's got tremendous length for his position. So at 6'6", Gilgeous-Alexander confident attacking in the paint.
Goes up the baseline. Here's Young. Drops in the layup for 2. Young's got 6.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How fast off his feet is Gilgeous-Alexander. What a dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Carter with it. Guarded now by Jackson. There's the lob. Carter takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And because of Carter Jr.'s finesse and athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish those alley-oops in style.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
And then Carter with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Young dishes to Carter. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Thunder trailing by 11. Now here's Melodon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Baisley, good.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Here's Gafford. Oh, that was something else.
this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Paladon is out there with Diallo. Then there's Horford. And it's Baisley in at the 4 slot.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Paladon passes to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. Pass to White. And here's Carter. And stolen by Horford. And here's the fast break. Here's Diallo. That one, no good. White with the defensive effort. The Bulls leading by 9. Williams with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. Williams passes to Gafford. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Garrett Temple is checked in for Chicago. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Diallo rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Levine. There's the pass to Gafford. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Diallo inside. Wide on him. No good with the layup.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Shots good by Gafford. Gafford's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
White drives in. Left side Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 15.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Paladon. White covering. Here's Diallo. Makes it off the glass.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Chicago leading by 13. Passes to Gafford. Second shot opportunity. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce 2-hander. Levine with it. Diallo's there. And so Horford will bring it up for Oklahoma City, trailing by 13. Diallo inside. He's guarded by Williams. Off with the layup. Pass to Gafford. That one good for 2. Gafford's got 4 this quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Baisley passes to Dort. And the three off target. Bulls have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Gafford. Finishes the break with a slam.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
White the pass to Gafford. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Dort. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Bounce pass from Williams. Temple the pass to Williams. Now Diallo.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Picked him clean. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly.
system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Chicago. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Here's Temple. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Back to Noel. To the wing right side. New York moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Craig? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Noel passes to Payton. Back to Noel. Pass to Barrett. Here's Payton. He can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Levine. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And that's exceptional body control from Levine, contorting himself nicely for the contact and finish.
Now here's Payton. Last game he had 10 points. Lays it up off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Barrett slams it in.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
And stolen by Noel. An even 3-on-3 break. Barrett kicks to Payton. Dishes to Noel. Back to Payton. In the corner, Barrett with it. Clock at 6. Payton drives in. Here's Randle. The pass to Noel. And here's Barrett. They shoot again. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr.? Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. White against Payton. Pass to Bullock. And Noel kicks to Bullock. Randle against Williams. Shoots from 14, and he connects with the jumper.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Here's White, and it's blocked.
That's just a good, solid, instinctual play there from Randle.
Passes it to Bullock. Noel with it. Back to Bullock. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Carter. Levine against Barrett. Levine can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Williams. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Satoransky subbed in for Kobe White.
And you can't let Levine get that kind of position. When he does, it is just too easy as he plays above the rim.
Now here's Rose. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Burks, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Levine, the bounce pass. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gafford. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Yeah, and with improving court awareness, Levine continues to tap into his limitless potential when making plays.
Down low, Knox. The layup off target. It's all tied in Chicago. We'll get things started in the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Young is up there with Valentine. And it's Gafford into the 5 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Quickly. His 3-pointers off the mark. And even 3-on-3 break. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Right wing. Toppin. No one around him. The shot that time not on target. And it's Chicago the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Here's Toppin. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Knocks it loose. New York needs to get off a shot. Knocks the pass to Toppin. And there it is for him. Toppin's got 4 points this quarter. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Rivers checked in. Count that one.
This offense just continues to impress.
And it's Rose with the ball for New York. They trail by 6. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
That
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Burks. Here's Toppin. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Right side, Williams. Here's Young. And it's off the back rim. No good. Knicks trail by 6. It's Rivers on the wing. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one is off. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Temple comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's White in for Setoranski. The Knicks also changing it up. Noel's checked in for Toppin. Julius Randle comes in for Kevin Knox. And R.J. Barrett subbed in for Rose. Now here's White. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And that one misses.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Payton, he's checked in for the Knicks. Chicago leading by 7. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Randle no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
Carter hits them both. 46 seconds left now here in the second. Now the pass to Barrett. Now here's Payton. Back to Randle. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And he uses the glass on the layup. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Noel. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
The Bulls leading by 11. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's a bad turnover right there. But aside from that one, I think they've done a good job controlling the pace and the ball during the game.
Passes it to Noel. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Noel's got 6 points.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Williams. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The period wrapped up with the teams...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett and Randle are in the forward positions. Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Noel in at the 5 down low. And it's Bullock missing. The Bulls leading by 11. To the middle. Here's Williams. And yes, it's good. Williams has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bulls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he gets the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And White kicks to Levine. Here's Temple. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Temple's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago. It's Barrett on the wing. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Bullock. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Payton after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And the Knicks with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Burks looking around. Back to Payton. 6 on the shot clock. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just way too easy as Kevin Knox rises up for the dunk.
White the pass to Temple. Here's Gafford. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gafford's got 12 points in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shot's good by Gafford. 14 points for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Toppin kicks to Burks. New York moving the ball around. Here's Payton. Knocks down the 10-footer. Payton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, saw the opportunity, did Elfrid Payton, and inside capitalized.
And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Williams comes with a double team. Burks for 3. A shot off that time. And it's Chicago the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Temple finds Williams. Here's Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
Now, Payton seems to have a knack for getting to the right spot, and this time predicted it.
White inside, covered by Payton. White, good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. 19-point game. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. Puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nice job of Knox just being in the right spot right there for the rebound.
The kick out to Williams. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Williams has got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Toppin. The kick out to Rose. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Young comes in for Williams. Valentine's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Satoransky. It's stolen by Barrett. Over in the corner, Rose. The three-pointer, no good. Young drives in. Good. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at half.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls up 19 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. Young and Carter are the big men inside. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. Back to Rivers. Up top, Randall, defended by Young. Randall no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Count that one.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
Quickly, guarded by Levine, back to Rivers. And there's the pass to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Carter.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
It's Barrett on the wing. Wants to get it to Randall and does.
Now, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
White drives in. Here's Carter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. No good on that one. And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA, in basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. And it's Bullock missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Carter. Luke Cornett comes in for Williams. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Knox, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. The first one falls. Chicago making a switch here. Okoka's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. The Bulls leading by 20. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Wendell Carter.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Gibson with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. There's the lob to the hoop. Toppin can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Pass to Knox. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bullock. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Satoransky. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control. Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Aladon is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Horford. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Now Payton after the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Payton passes to Noel. Good on the bucket. Noel's got his second bucket.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Now here's Aladon. Defense right on him. And the rejection by Noel. And here they come. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. That shot no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. The shot, no good.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Got that one up quick.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Horford and the rejection by Noel. Payton looking around. Goes up on the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
No layups right there for SGA up to the rim.
And here are the Knicks. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And Barrett gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. There's a minute 47 left in the first. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot. And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Diallo. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Barrett kicks to Rose. Uncovered. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And their offense already in a flow. some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And the shot is good.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Stolen by Jackson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the rejection by Noel.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Noel with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And so it's the New York Knicks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
So the Thunder 5 right now. You've got Diallo. So Williams out there. Muscala is out there with Jackson. And it's Roby in at the 4. Burks can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Thunder coming to this one after the win against Dallas.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
They double him with Rivers, just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Knicks with possession here. The Knicks leading by 15. To the inside. And Toppin throws it down.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Here's Diallo. Toppin pulls it in.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Knox misses.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Diallo, no good. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Roby with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 17. Inside, here's Muscala. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Rose. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The Thunder have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Stolen by Rivers. And they're on the break. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Ball's knocked loose. Jackson passes to Williams. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. Diallo, no good.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Rose against Williams. Alfred Payton, he's checked in for New York. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's stolen by Muscala. Goes up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. They're running. Floats it up for Randall.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good. And it's 6 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Here's Payton. The Thunder pull it in. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
And here is Payton after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Noel. Barrett dishes to Noel. Here's Randall. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Thunder trailing by 14. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Out defended by Randall, but they recover it. And it's Noel with the rebound. For New York, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. New York shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the technical free throw is good. Now here's Noel. He's got 6. And then Meladon with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. With 4 seconds on the clock, misses the layup. And so it's the New York Knicks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the fifth. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 13-point lead. And that
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Noel is out there with Randall, and it's Payton in at the point. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Bullock. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander, and the way that he's working, he's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Toppin, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Kevin Knox comes in for Julius Randle. Alec Burks checked in for Barrett. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Rose, that's good.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
It's good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Passes to Bullock. Taken away by Williams. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rose passes to Toppin. He kicks it to Burks. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Some nice passing by New York here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A different look for Oklahoma City. Dort's checked in, and Diallo subbed in for Williams. Quickly. No good on the quick three. Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Three-pointer. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got it back down to single digits for the Thunder.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Rivers. The pass to Dort. Now Muscala. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Obi Toppin. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Catching up on the changes for New York. Noel's checked in for Toppin. And Randall subbed in for Kevin Knox. Al Horford is checked in for Oklahoma City. Paladon comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
and they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. A different look for New York. R.J. Barrett comes in for Alec Burks, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Rivers. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Baisley's checked in.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
Randle, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 14 points for Julius Randle.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Diallo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Good on the second free throw. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now Payton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Randle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him. Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Payton outside. Good work defensively by Horford. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Melodon. Horford is out there with Diallo. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Randle with the bucket.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Melodon. Pass to Baisley. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
RJ does such a nice job of just changing speeds out there. And when he does that and picks the right angle, he'll score.
Here's Diallo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Clearly a foul.
That free throw good from Diallo. The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. That one is no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
New York moving the ball around. Now here's Rose. Kicks it to Bullock. Lock at 6. Out to the right wing. Rose goes in. Yep, it counts. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's Diallo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Bullock. Here's Noel. Dishes it to Bullock. Pass to Barrett. Here's Randall, and he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
To the paint. Beasley, good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Knicks leading by 10. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
You wonder if the coaching staff is encouraging these kind of nights and aggressive play from Randall to take over.
Beasley passes to Dort. It's stolen by Randall. Swiped away. Here's Diallo. And that one is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Left side Rose. And Randall throws it down.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
It's stolen by Barrett. There's the pass to Rose. Down low. "13 feet away." And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
You got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Stolen by Rose. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. From outside, off the mark. And so Horford will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 14-point game. Outside Rose. Barrett finds Rose. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now, when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Out left to the wing. Tapping kicks to Ntilikina. Pass to Burks. Here's Ntilikina from downtown. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Gibson. Can't connect. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good competition, but all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Carter in at the 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Levine passes to Carter. And it's Paisley with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gilgis. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends, Kevin. It could be money, or it could make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Took him no time at all on that one.
Good at running the correct route. I love that play. I like seeing Levine work hard to beat everyone up the court.
Here's Melodon. Williams with the block. And he recovers it. Melodon passes to Paisley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Williams with the block. White looking around. Levine kicks to Williams. Outside, Levine. And it's Paisley with the rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Oh, Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Over Levine, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Both good from the line that time.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And it goes down 2 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Temple gets the bucket.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Levine against Gilgeous-Alexander. Paisley. Chicago grabs the miss. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
They get it back. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. The shot, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Poked away. Temple finds White. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now here's Melodon. White covering. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Levine. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Thunder trailing by 6. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Levine passes to Williams. Back to Levine.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he jams it with authority.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drive.
Shoots it up. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. And another fast break for Chicago. Bulls running. Here's Levine. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Levine's got 8 points.
A credit to Levine. Not an easy hoop right there. The total focus on his shot helped out.
And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Williams. Jackson is out there with Mike Muscala. And it's Diallo in at the shooting guard. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's Young. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Satoransky. No good with the triple. Diallo inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
You think about how many minutes that cost their starters. No question that had an impact on such a close game.
Here's Roby. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Right side Levine, out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Outside Williams for the three. The shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And here we go, the Bulls fast break.
Man, he's such a capable scoring transition. I mean, once Satoransky gets a step on the D, you got to look out.
Thunder trailing by 6. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Shot good by Diallo.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And another turnover here by Chicago. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Chicago, their season filled with ups and downs, 10th right now in the conference.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Now here's Diallo. 5 points in the game. Misses from short range. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Valentine shot good. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, at 6'7", Satoransky is a huge combo guard with the ability to quickly identify wide open teammates.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. Outside Levine. Over Diallo. Kept alive. Gafford banked in off the glass. Gafford's got his first bucket in this one.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Diallo finds Williams. Back to Diallo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Bulls making a switch here. Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Williams comes in for Young. Garrett Temple is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's White in for Satoransky.
The defense just handed White that assist. I mean, he smartly feeds a wide open shooter.
Gilgeous-Alexander against White. Pass to Baisley. The Thunder with another miss.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And then Carter with the jam.
Well, because of Carter Jr.'s dynamic athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish alley-oops and stop.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Gilgeous-Alexander against White. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The Bulls leading by 6. White dishes to Carter. Jacks up a 3. And it's White missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
It's White on the wing. We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Thunder have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
A confident shooter from deep. When you give Gilgeous-Alexander space to pull the trigger, he's not going to hesitate.
Here's Williams, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Paladon's checked in for Diallo. Bulls have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over White, and that one hits back iron. Here's Valentine. Here's Temple, and that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of that.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 10 points, 2 assists. Hey.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Bulls leading by 4. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Temple in at the small forward position.
With Carter Jr.'s unique combination of size.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down. But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. A 2-point game.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Levine. Here's Baisley. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Baisley's got the game tied up here for the Thunder. Here's Temple. Makes it off the glass. Temple's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Levine. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Baisley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
And so here is Oklahoma City, the Bulls getting the bucket. Horford kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And then Carter with the jam.
Oh, with noteworthy length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
So for the Bulls, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Carter. Young is subbed in for Williams. They swipe it. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Temple gets the bucket.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Levine against Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And here now the Thunder. Picked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. White's running. Here's Levine. Back to White. Over Maladon. Another shot. And it's laid up and in by Young. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
1:03 left to play in the third. Out to the right wing. Temple the pass to Young. And good that time. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Here's Roby. Good defensive work there by Young. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And here's White. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Veteran instincts there. Horford does a great job of sniffing out when they go after steal.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's Temple. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City gets it back. The shot misses. Chicago leading by 7. Bean passes to White. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the triple. And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Diallo out there with Williams. Then it's Mike Muscala. And there's Jackson. And it's Roby in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. He hits the second from the line. Chicago leading. Now here's Satoransky. Fires from 18. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 4th rebound in this one. Right wing. Here's Diallo. There's Williams with the 3. Rebounded by Gafford.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Here's Muscala. Good on the shot.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Passes it to Gafford. Thunder trailing by 4. Diallo finds Williams to the inside. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Satoransky, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Satoransky can get wily on the drive. I mean, able to duck and dodge his way to the shot.
The pass to Diallo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And he makes the first. Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Williams comes in for Young. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. It's White on the wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Playing fast is what White does. I mean, it must be exhausting to chase him down. Sometimes you got to foul him.
2 shots. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Pass to Diallo. Now here's Melodon. Diallo inside. Guarded by Levine. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The Bulls leading by 4. Levine dishes to Carter.
The physicality Carter Jr. plays with, it's impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
That's good from Carter.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Carter hits them both.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Now here's Meladon. Light covering. Meladon with the bucket.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why.
Oh, look at him
Get out the way.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Now here's Meladon. Not a lot of room. Rebound by the Bulls. Stolen away. Diallo with it. Now defended by Levine. Here's Baisley. White with the defensive effort. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. 6-point lead. The shot by Valentine, no good. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Oh, here's Diallo, guarded by Levine. Diallo inside. Nice D from Levine.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Williams gets the bucket. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Inside. And the Thunder with some changes. Horford comes in for Mike Muscala. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Diallo. And the Bulls making a change also. Garrett Temple has checked in for Valentine. Now here's Meladon. D right on him. 6 to shoot. From deep. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
A little too aggressive on that shot. He's not the guy they want shooting these tough threes.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
There's so many levels to Kobe White's potential as a scorer. I mean, but he's really impressed me with his ability early on.
So it's Chicago now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Williams.
What a teammate he was tonight, setting guys up for layups and open jumpers on what seemed like every possession.
Here's Meladon, and he banks in the layup.
It's behind the D on the break, and the passes, I mean, it's there waiting for him.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's White. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Here's Temple. Misses off the left iron.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Good on both. Here's Arcidiacono. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
Gilgeous-Alexander. From the top of the key, he buries it.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that.
opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Wendell Carter is out there with Williams, and it's Temple in at the 3 slot. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Noel in at the 5. Now here's Bullock. Out to Payton, down low. And there's Randall on the assist by Payton. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
And here are the Knicks now after the Bulls pick up 2. And Noel kicks to Payton. Passes it to Barrett. And here is Noel, defended by Carter. Here's Payton, 4 on the shot clock. Great positioning on the putback.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And the pass to Bullock. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Back to Payton. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Randall right side. It's all in by the Bulls, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
Here's Payton after the Bulls pick up 2. Noel passes to Barrett. Here's Payton. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game from 20 feet out. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Over Randall. The Bulls keep it alive. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Floats it up for Randall.
There's such a nice mix of strength and skill. Julius Randle on the attack.
Chicago trailing here. Baseline try. Levine can't hit. New York comes into this following a loss to Milwaukee.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Payton. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Levine. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Levine's got 6. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Barrett. Randall with the ball. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, the strength of Julius Randle is an obvious asset. This guy, despite being undersized, is able to finish through contact.
And Randall throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
pass to Barrett. Over Temple, and Barrett with the basket on the assist from Payton.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
So New York ends up going with the new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Williams. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Satoransky subbed in for Levine. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Satoransky. The Knicks pull it in. Back to Rose. And again, it's New York.
Well, we've seen this a time or two. Derrick Rose in the mid-range doing work.
Julius Randle getting it done for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Knox. Also Toppin's out there. Derrick Rose is out there with Alec Burks. Burks dishes to Toppin. They get it back, and stolen by Valentine. Here's Satoransky, and that one is stuffed right through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Chicago leading. Here's Gafford. White looking around. Shoots from 8. And too long on the shot. The Knicks shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Burks. And the shot goes down. Burks has got his first points of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, you've got to be willing to power through defense and show some real toughness, and Thaddeus Young does on that tape.
Kicks it to Toppin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
White against Rose. White goes in. Good on the bucket. White's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. The shot by Valentine, no good. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Rebounded by Gafford. For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Rose passes to Burks. From deep 3-point range, and no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits both from the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Rivers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Looking now at the numbers for Carter, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. First in free throw shooting, 7th in blocks, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. A nice shot by Carter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Randall. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
And the slam by Williams.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Noel finds Payton. Back to Noel. Over Carter. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Lobs it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Glides into that move, suspends in the air. Levine, nice.
Passes it to Barrett. They get the rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. Satoransky's checked in for Chicago.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Carter leading the charge. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Tries again, and the layup is good. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
And Noel kicks to Bullock. New York, no good that time either. The kick out to Williams. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good moments from both teams. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Knight and Levine team up in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Carter. And it's Temple in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
Levine finds White. Offline with his 3. Knicks trail by 12. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Randle with the ball. 12 points for him. Here's Payton. Up and in on the layup.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact. You know, two things happened there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Williams dishes to White. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And the rejection by Noel.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
White the pass to Temple. Carter on the wing. And White kicks to Carter. Over Noel. And again, Chicago. No good. And a fast break now for New York. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chicago making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Williams. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Garrett Temple. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Knox, he's checked in for Randall. Young passes to White. White block shot. It's good. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Rebound by Rose. Knicks trail by 7. The pass to Burks. Plays it up and banks it in. Burks has got his second bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
On the wing, Levine. And it goes down 2 points. And that's now 10 points for Zach LaVine.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by LaVine.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Toppin kicks to Rose. Toppin with it. Young's there. Toppin can't get it to go. It's White on the wing. 10 points for him.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Burks on the wing. He kicks it to Noel. From 17 feet out. And there's Rose on the assist by Burks.
Well, Derrick Rose just so confident, so dangerous in catch-and-shoot situations. Boy, has he become a terrific shooter.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for New York. And the Bulls making a change also. Williams, he's checked in for Kobe White. Burks for 3. The rebound by Young.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Williams, and the layup falls. That's now 8 points for Williams.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Here's Valentine, and the shot is good. Valentine's got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And stolen by Noel. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Knicks trail by 11. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Nerlens Noel is out there with Randall, and it's Rivers in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, there's an energy about Nerlens Noel, and if he's being this assertive, the defense has got to be uneasy.
Both free throws good from Noel. Chicago leading by 9. Pass to Temple. To the middle. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Engaged, active, and great instincts. RJ doing things on the defensive end and turning it into offense.
It's stolen by Randall. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Levine can't hit.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And that one, good.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Rivers kicks to Bullock. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bulls leading by 5. Valentine with it. Now defended by Randall. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Kobe White, he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Here's Payton. Feeds it to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish. Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randall with a little flavor on the finish.
Levine dishes to Williams. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 14 points for Williams.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
It's Barrett on the wing. Noel down low. Carter on him. And it's Noel missing. The Bulls leading by 5. Williams finds White. Here's Temple from past the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Noel's got 6 rebounds in the game. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Harden. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Back to Randall. Williams with the block. Here's Temple. Garrett covering to the inside. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, just staying alert. Great setup that time by Levine.
Knicks trail by 5. Now Payton. Pass to Noel. New York moving it around. Shot clock at 5. To the wing on the left. For 3. Barrett. It's all in by the Bulls. They've led by as many as 14 points. There's the lob to Carter. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Quickly. Money!
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow. A play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
Pass to Carter. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
To the paint. Carter, the pass to Williams. Count!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
15 seconds left in the game. Williams against Randall to tie it up. No good from three-point territory. It's Williams with the drive. Money!
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but